Okay, this is not going to be easy. And there's a reason you clicked on this video, this live stream. This is live, by the way. I'm just making this presentation up as I go, and I need your help. Uh, but there's a good chance that you write songs and you want to like put your music in films or put your music in video games or have albums out or be an artist. And like the truth is, like a lot of that, oh man, do I just want to give away the sauce at the beginning? I guess so. I don't know. I mean, pretty much all of it is like you getting in the way of yourself. So basically something's wrong with you, right? And so we're gonna kind of just roll that back and like see what that looks like in relation to getting songs done. Okay, so I know that you have like some kind of musical ability, probably. Like you're probably more talented than I am. But do you have as many songs out as I do? And I just started too, so I'm just now getting over this hurdle, and I just kind of want to talk about that a little bit today. I don't know how long the stream is going to be, if I'm actually going to put the presentation together, or if you are, uh, or if I'll unlist it. I mean, there's a good chance I'll unlist this. This is me just sort of like trying to figure out what this is in a concise manner, but I'm going to offer as much value as I possibly can. But that's it. And I'm going to just, I thought maybe I would share like why you should listen to me. So I'm putting together this presentation because I want to have it for the channel, like maybe like as like the channel video or whatever that loads. Like it's like why you can't get songs done, like the essence of the channel, right? Because a lot of people think, oh, I need to like uh learn how to mix, and that's why I can't put my song out, or I don't have a guitar or a keyboard or a good microphone. So like I just want to talk about like all these objections and like why none of that really matters. So I know it's hard, and it's hard to like do this because like this is gonna hurt. Like it's gonna hurt when you admit certain things to yourself. Like it's not easy to do to even talk about this stuff. Like most people will skip this instantly because they'll feel uncomfortable. So if you're okay with feeling uncomfortable and figuring out why you don't actually get songs done, then watch the stream. If you're not okay with feeling uncomfortable, then watch a different video on the channel. Maybe there's something like more concise that you're stuck on that I've covered so far. And if not, then ask me a question. Feel free to ask a question in the chat, like what it is. So hopefully Tigrel shows up and I can have somebody to bounce some ideas off of, because I feel like he's just like he's really close to being there. Like he's just a step or two behind getting some songs done. And I feel like a lot of us are like that. Like we grew up doing music or like doing something in music. You know, we were in choir, uh, or we like maybe played in a band, or we sang at church, or whatever it is. You know, like music was in our lives at some point, and then something happened, and we sort of abandoned it, or we put a song out and then nothing happened. You know, so if you put a song out, you know, let me know in the chat. And like a lot of times, like you put something out and then nobody sees it, and then so like that's a different problem, right? So yeah, here is the presentation I'm starting with. I'm just going to start with why you should listen to me, because I know like looking at a guy that has like no subscribers, I'm just going to show you the Canva screen because I'm just sort of putting this together in Canva. I know it's a mess, but all right. Is that even going to fit on the screen? Great. We'll get there. We'll get there. I think it's this one. Okay. It's pretty much the whole screen. Um, and this is just very raw, very obviously unedited, and just putting this together. But there's some YouTubers out there that teach music production that have zero experience in making songs, making music, or very little anyway, I should say. And I've recently overcome this barrier. This is actually why I stopped uploading videos on this channel. Was because I was like, I can't keep talking about this and not have songs done, right? So I've spent the last several months just working on music and putting songs out. Because I know how to, right? And then I have I have a history of a musical background of being in a band and stuff. Like there's videos of me and my old band, like from a long time ago, somewhere hidden on the internet, and that's a photo of us playing when we got back together for like 5 seconds when I moved back to my hometown. Uh, but before that, I was in church choir. I was in musical theater in high school. I actually went to high school with some other famous people. And that was actually surprisingly, another thing that was holding me back. I went to school with Nicole Scherzinger, and she was so talented. Like, it was obvious, like, she was so talented back then. And it was like, okay, if this girl is not famous, then how can I have any chance? You know what I mean? Like, if this girl doesn't make it, how would I have a chance? And I literally thought that, which is stupid. I mean, obviously, comparing yourself to others. So maybe we should put that in the document here. But like, I literally thought to myself, I can't make music anymore because if Nicole Scherzinger doesn't make it, then what am I doing? You know what I mean? Like, that's the stupidest thing. Yeah, comparison. We'll put that in the Notion document. So I'm going to pull this. Comparison. Comparison is the thief of joy. All right. And then I just wanted to say I was stuck too. I already said that, but I was stuck just like not that long ago. Tyrell's been watching me progress, and some of you have been watching me progress from like not having, like, I was just making like really bad beats and just putting together songs with chords and like AI, like bad AI, like uh, um, VSTs and stuff, virtual instruments, and calling those a song, and they're really not, or like just playing a few chords on the guitar, which is fine, you know. And I did want to talk about that too, like, so we're gonna switch back over. Well, I'm gonna show you my Notion document because I'm putting together this presentation. This is the only screen I have because this is in real time. Choir from 3rd grade. See, this guy, he knows how music works. He can sing. He can play guitar. Like, it's not fair, right? Like, you've gotten this far, and how much music do you have out? You have a little bit out, but like, you feel like you're not good enough, right? Or your music is good enough, right? So I'm going to switch to the Notion doc. I'm just working on this. This is real time. This is real time work, putting together presentation. Why is that all stretched out like that? That's so weird. Okay, let me fix that. You can hear me, right? How do I unstretch? Oh, it's like this stretches. So weird. All right, just a theory. How do I? Oh boy. Okay. Anyway, something like that. We'll get there. Yeah, I mean, it comes down to that, right? But here's the thing, Tigrel. You know, there's so many musicians that suck that have like hit songs. So like, so it's not that, right? I mean, you think you're not good, but okay. So I covered some of that. What happens when you make music now? So I've just gotten over this like imposter syndrome type of thing. So like, I didn't want to show my family or tell people or even my friends that I made music, right? Like that, because like I was embarrassed. I was so afraid they wouldn't like the music. And I mean, the truth is, they're probably not gonna like the music anyway, because like people have very specific music taste. But then also, like, in one way, your music probably isn't good enough. Like the quality, and I'm just gonna use quality in quotes, because, like I said, like there's so much bad music out there. Like entire genres of like people that can't sing have music out, and they're doing way better than all of us. So that exists. And uh, then, then, whoop, um, and then we have a problem. Like we can't get our music to sound quality enough, even though we're technically playing better. So I think that's where the gap is. Like that's the gap, right? Like you don't think it's good enough because it doesn't sound right. But the reason it doesn't sound right is because you're not thinking about it like a I want to say the word is producer, right? Like you're not thinking about it like a producer or even like sometimes a beat maker. Like somebody who makes beats, uh originally they're just sampling, right? So they're just taking something that already sounded good and remixing it with like a modern drums to make it sound better. So you're just trying to elevate the thing. So it's being like a tastemaker, and that is the trick. Like, how do you be a tastemaker about your own music while you're making it? And that's really like where you have to like kind of shift mindsets while you're mixing and while you're doing it. You show strangers because they can't do it. Yeah, but then what did they say? What kind of feedback do you get on your music background? I think a lot of people will be nice. Like if you show your friend, oh, that's good, or oh, or if you have like friends like me, they'll just tell you it sucks. Yeah, most people don't make music, and that's actually a reason for why you should make music. It's the opposite. So this is like why you should make your song, right? Like you're already good enough, but you feel like you're not good. Feel like you are not good enough. But I prove that you are already because you're probably more talented than a lot of bad music out there, right? Most music nowadays is just chopped up samples of like 2-bar loops and stuff like that. So like the talent is not the issue. Mm, I don't know. I don't know. That's it. So so we could say what holds you back is yourself, right? Comparison. This can be for good and bad, right? It's the thief of joy, but it's also you can also learn from this. So it's double-edged sword. I think all of this is a double-edged sword. I think what happens is like we see somebody else that's successful. So like uh so I started this channel a few years ago, right? And then I saw somebody who had like I'm just going to be honest. There's like another channel in this space where this girl cannot sing or she couldn't. And she's gotten a lot better, right? But like she literally couldn't sing. And then she was teaching people how to make music. And she also didn't know how to do that either. And so she was learning in real time how to make music and putting out all all of her music at the same time and making tons of content, which she's good at. She's good at making content and good at making online business stuff, um, but not good at music. So that's another thing. Like that was like kind of a light bulb that's gone off in my head recently. Is like if this girl who's not very good, to be honest, at that point anyway, she's gotten better, like I said, but like in a very short amount of time, not very good to start. And putting out so many videos about how to make songs, how to make music, it's just like it sort of like broke my brain a little. It's like, oh boy, I better start putting out videos again because and this is probably why she like had to take a break, right? Because it's like maybe internally she felt like she wasn't good enough, and and maybe I'm being a little hard here, but from my point of view, it was like, ooh, like if she's putting it out, then I should be able to put it out. You know what I mean? And so this all comes down to the same thing, all the same sauce, not good enough comparison, right? But the thing that she does have that she's very good at and better than me at is making content, putting out good marketing materials, and just doing good business. Like that is something she is good at, right? So, and then she's gotten better at music, so that's neat. That's neat to watch. So you're watching the journey. And hopefully this too, me making music, like live in real time on streams, I have playlists of me making the last couple of songs, like from start to finish. So if you're new to this channel for some reason and you want to see me make music live, I got a Post Malone-ish style song, and I've got like a alt rock song, and the playlists for that are on the channel. But anyway, so comparison, like that can motivate you and that can demotivate you. And then another way that it can demotivate you is, like, let's say like in your mind you want to be one thing, like you want to be an artist, you want to be a singer, you want to be known for being an artist, right? But that's in your mind. Like, just think about it in terms of, let's say, I don't know who's popular now anymore. Let's just use Britney Spears as an example. Everybody knows who she is. Like, Britney Spears does not write songs. You know what I mean? She's performing like every night. Right now, she's performing every night in Vegas, or she was for a while. Like, and then just think about that for a second, and then, like, do you want to actually be in that position? Probably not. That's probably not the lifestyle you want. So what is it you actually want? So you don't know what you want. You don't know what you actually want. And the big reason you don't know what you want is because you don't know who you actually are. You don't know who you are. I know that's a big statement, and we're getting deep. We're getting deep. Hold on, let me check the chat before I go too off on a tangent. No. Know what? Maybe you know who you are, Tigro. But in general, people don't know. You don't know what you want. Like, you think you want your songs in video games, right? Maybe. I mean, that would be cool, right? But I think that's a side effect. Like, maybe you just want to make cool music, or maybe you want to just vibe out in your room and chill and meet cool people. Maybe you want if you don't want to be Britney, nobody wants to. I'm not saying you want to, but like when I was younger, I thought I wanted to be like, I don't know, Aerosmith or something, like in a rock band, out touring, da 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 da. But then when I actually went out and toured, granted it was in a musical theater space, but I realized very quickly, oh my gosh, this would be a nightmare. Like, if I had to go out, it would be probably worse touring as a rock band. If I had to go out and tour as a rock band, like, yes, it would be fun, like the benefits of that, meeting certain types of people and doing certain types of things. That might be fun for a while, but like, that's not the lifestyle I want. Like, I don't want to be doing that every day, Like, yeah, exactly. I mean, it's different for different people, right? So like, what do you want? What do you actually want? Right? And I think we're just like going really deep, right? So the thing that you actually want, this is when people say that, like, we're getting to, like, people say they want money. But then how does that relate to, like, making music? You know what I mean? I don't know. I think in today's day and age, though, people want money, and some people want fame for, like, no reason. And some people think they want, when you break money down, that turns into freedom, right? You want freedom and control. You want to be known for your music. Dude. How can you? I mean, if that's the real question for you, then how can you be known for your music in a world where, like, I can generate anything with AI. I can be like, write a John Williams score in the what do they call that style? I don't know. In any style, in R&B style for my next video game, and it'll be this mashup you've never heard. Just like how are you going to stand out and be known for your music? Like anybody can create John Williams style music now, especially with some of the tools and the AI stuff we have already, even before this new iteration of like UDO and all that kind of stuff. So is it true that you want to be known for your music? And then do you even think that's possible? Is it possible? And if it is, then you got to start thinking about how. I mean, you want to ask yourself all the questions on that: the how, the why, the what. Why do you want to be known for your music, Tyro? And do you write music with lyrics? If you don't write music with lyrics, it's even harder, right? Because you're not saying anything. Yeah. I mean, if anybody else here feel like they can answer any of these questions or contribute in the chat, that would be great, because really this is a brainstorming session. We should talk about this. The why is where you fail. The why and the purpose. I'm probably highlighting it here. You feel like you need validation for it to have meaning. Like you feel like you need external validation. And the worst part is like, it doesn't come. Like you put out songs. Let's say you put out songs now. You put out a song on SoundCloud. And maybe you get a couple of comments, and that's nice. Like, oh, the beat's good. Fire emoji or whatever. Like, that what you're looking for? That's the validation you're looking for. You know what I mean? So, and if you want even a deeper validation, like Tiger, you've given me a lot of validation. I really appreciate it. But like, I would not have been able to receive that if I didn't do it for myself first. It's like, so I had to validate myself. I had to say, okay, well, I guess I'm a songwriter now, and I know for sure because I put out songs, and that's been tricky. I mean, I've like in real time kind of been doing this process. If you watched any of my other videos on the Jakey Wakey channel, we go deeper into this kind of stuff, breaking down like what's wrong with you. But we're just trying to do it today in the form of songwriting and finishing music and getting songs done. I need to pull up I'm going to pull up Studio One and play the mix I ended up with. So I ended up actually working on the song yesterday after the stream and just making a few more tweaks. And open that up. Ended up using, and I feel like the drums reset again, and I forgot to fix the cymbal, but I already published it. Like I published the song, so like I got the song done. It's not. Is it perfect? No. And that was a struggle. I don't usually struggle that hard on songs, and you watch it in real time. That's that's the crazy part. Like, y'all watching me struggle with that song in real time. It'll be out Friday. Yeah, yeah. I uploaded it to DistroKid last night. I'm gonna play it just so I have some music in the background. You know, for funsies. Well, I'm gonna try to play it. Okay. Like, this is not a perfect mix by any. All right, I'm back. All right, where were we here? All right, we're back. Let's see what we got here. If I hadn't been here bugging you, it might not have been so difficult. Honestly, Cygrail, it's been something I look forward to. So, and then getting the extra feedback kind of helps. And yeah, it might have technically slowed the process down, but I really appreciate all the feedback, man. All right. So I'm making this presentation in Canva because I want to have like a very concise thing. But actually, I mean, we're putting it together today in real time, so this is kind of a sloppy mess. What holds you back? So let's you feel like you're not good enough because you don't see yourself maybe as a songwriter, something like that. I don't know. Is that what you want to be? Is it songwriter? Songwriters make the most money, by the way, guys. You guys want to be producers and beat makers and all that stuff, but songwriters are where the money. Songwriting is where the money at. You can license your songs to films. You can put your songs, license your songs to gaming companies. You can license your song TV shows. You get songs, money from songs on Spotify. You can sell your songs to other artists. Songwriting is what you guys want to be doing, not mixing, not mastering, not any of that crap. All that's going to be automated anyway with AI. So want to be a composer. Yeah, I think we cracked the code on that yesterday or the other day when I was talking about just putting out content. If you compose music to other pieces of content that are in the style of what you want to make. But like being known as a composer, how many composers can you think of? You can probably think of more than most people, but most people can probably only think of John Williams, maybe Hans Zimmer. Right? So why do you want to be known as a composer? Yeah. I mean, we all have to go through this. But like, why would you want to be known as a composer? Why would you want to be known as an artist? Why would you want to be? Uh, because I've got, I've got a plan in the back of my mind to help people because I know Spotify just, man, I don't want to say bad things about Spotify because I still am using Spotify. All my songs are on Spotify. I mean, there's obviously a lot of bad press going around about them, and I think they really are about to put together a playlist of AI generated music. Now, you think about that and what that means to artists. Like there was no money in music anyway before. Like, according to most people, there's no money in music. Uh-huh. Memorable motifs. So Ty Grail, man, there's so much potential for you. Like, cause I see a way for you. Like we need to chat. Cause like I see an easy way for you to make the kind of content that you need to make to get yourself out. Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. Like I used to be there too. I used to want to do that too. So, uh, it's like I think this comes back to comparison too. Like, and like, what do you really want? Like, because when you're watching Star Wars, and then if you took the soundtrack out, it would be horrible, like a horrible film. You put the soundtrack in, and then you're feeling all these emotions and stuff all of a sudden, you know. And maybe that's closer to your why. Like your why is you want to share an emotional experience with someone, right? Getting closer. Anyway, yeah. Anybody else in the chat want to contribute? That would be very helpful. Just like, what are the reasons you feel like you can't write songs? We should talk about just a basic one. Equipment. Let's just do equipment. Slash instruments. This is one I had for a long time. Uh, I went to recording school because I thought, well, before hair, that's another one, right? These are all excuses. There we go. Uh, Equipment, instruments. Before that, I thought I needed to know how to mix. How to mix. So I literally went to recording school because I thought mixing would help me get songs done. How stupid is that? Uh, then I thought I needed certain equipment, instruments, guitars, keyboard. Overthinking it. Mm-hmm. What are you thinking exactly? And I'm curious, like, are you sitting down to write? Help mix equipment. I'm going to put overthinking though in here just so we have it. Music theory. Well, that's definitely not required. Not anymore. Talent is not even required. We can throw that out the window. Talent, skill, not required. Hot take. Time. Ah. Mm-hmm. Well, if you're not dead yet, you have time, right? And you're watching me stream. Sorry, I'm gonna bust your balls a little bit, Tiger. You're watching me stream for hours. You're not working on music. But I get it. Do you have? Maybe we'll just address each one of these individually. Do you have? Have the what do they call that thing? Watch time. What do they call the thing on your app when you're on the phone too much? What do they call that thing? Screen time. How much screen time? Mm. You just said you didn't have enough time, Tiger. I'm sure you're working on songs, man. I'm just busting your balls a little. All right. But this was a big one for me. Screen time. Just on my phone watching other people. I was doing this too. Watching other people make music, watching other people make content. And it's tricky because you feel like you might miss something. Like something new might happen and you don't miss it, especially with the AI, right? I think there's a way around. AI is coming. That's a good excuse. AI is here to take my place. And it is, kind of. So all these things, we have to figure out how to separate ourselves from all of these. Ooh. How can we do that? Trying to be perfect from the beginning. Mm. Yeah, that's the probably overthinking. How can I don't know how to go to your channel, Randy. I was trying to see what kind of music you got out. If you have any. Do you have music out already, Randy? Is it Swags? Swag. Let's just play some background music. I've heard the song too many times though. Like I hate this mix, but I put it out anyway, you know? up, bro? FL producer. Six years ago, man. All right, I get it. Everybody's probably doesn't like my music. All right, let's not put that on there. All right, let's talk. So Randy, like, I mean, you're in my shoes, right? Like, I think my first video was like 10 years ago. YouTube video with music related. And then I just stopped making music. Just stopped. And I had a lot of quote unquote real life stuff come up. People dying, moving, shit like that. At the same time, there were a lot of times when I had time to make music and I didn't. So I was getting back to this one actually, this overthinking. Like I would literally, all right, this actually happened to me. So before my mother passed away, bless her heart, she knew. I mean, she's like, it's in my blood. Like I know I need to make music, right? Like that's like my main thing. Like I gotta make these songs, right? And she knew that. And so like she took money out of her retirement before she retired and bought me everything I needed: computer, guitar, keyboard, speakers, everything. And like after the initial excitement wore off, like I recorded, I think maybe two songs. I had all the gear, everything I ever wanted. Like literally bought everything I wanted, like to make music. And then after that, like very sparingly made music at all. And if I did, I didn't finish any. So like the gear, equipment, instruments, that's not why you're not getting songs done. I could have at any point before that, like used the crappy computer I had, gone to the studio, anything. Like I could have recorded. Nowadays, you can just record like acoustic guitar and whatever on your phone. So like this, like it's like really hard to have an excuse these days. Like you can download a beat, record the vocals on your phone. So like, this one doesn't even count. Like it counts. Like maybe you don't have your ideal equipment or your ideal instruments. But like, dude, I've been mixing the last like, I don't know, 5 out of 8, 7, 8 songs, 6 out of 8 now songs on my MacBook Pro speakers, dude. Like on the computer speakers. Like you think you need monitors. And then what happens when your monitors blow up? I don't know, just mix on what you got. Like it's not perfect. Is it perfect? Does it have to be perfect? And this is what you were talking about. We're talking about not good enough. I'm trying to be perfect. Like, do you think by yourself you're gonna sound as good as, I don't know, Post Malone or 21 Pilots or whoever the artist is that you look up to? Like, do you think you can do that? And if you can, maybe you can, but how long is it gonna take you? So it's like it's probably not smart. And people will probably enjoy watching your journey from wherever you're at to getting there, to getting closer to perfect anyway, than if you were just to come out and be perfect. Because like now you can just release music that sounds close to perfect. I mean, you can use AI or you can get a producer and you can sound pretty good. So like, even with the tools you have, you can sound pretty good. So this like idea of perfection in your mind. Like I kind of have an idea of it. Like I know what you're talking about. I didn't want to put out the song because I wanted to put another background vocal in, and I wanted to put another instrument in on the chorus. But I've already been working on the song too long. I was like, I just need to get this out. And then maybe next song, I'll have better instrumentation and arrangement. Right? So let's go back to what Tiger was saying. He probably left to go work on music. Let's see here. Life's gonna get in the way of living. Yeah, life gets in the way, bro. But I'm just saying, like, here's how you know you have time. Your phone probably has that thing to tell you how much screen time you've used. And like, if you could just say, okay, well, maybe if I spent half of that screen time on music, you know what I mean? I'm not saying get rid of your phone. I'm just saying, just like reevaluate. And then another thing too is like the phones have done to us is we get a reward. We get this dopamine hit. It's like literally an addiction. Y'all know about this, right? Everybody knows this now. It's literally addicting. Like being on TikTok, being on YouTube. You're probably not staying to watch me rant or try to figure this out because you don't have the patience. You're ready for the next thing. You're ready to swipe away. Yeah. So what is that doing? That's messing up the reward center in your brain. So let's say you put out a song, right? And you get like 2 comments on SoundCloud. It's like, why would I go through all the work? I spent 20 hours on the song. Why would I spend 20 hours on a song, put it out, and then get 2 likes and 1 listen on Spotify? 2 maybe. 1 is you. Like, why would I keep going? Right? And this is something I'm dealing with. Like, I'm dealing with this a little bit right now. Like, I got 10 songs out on Spotify, and I got maybe 10 listens in a month. It was like, why do you keep going? It can't be for the validation. It can't be. I meant too much exposure to technology. Look, I mean, I'm using technology right now to talk to you. It's like, so, like, obviously there's benefits of technology. But do you have your phone in the, like, blue light mode? You know? Are you in black and white? Do you remove certain apps from your phone for certain times of the day so they don't get distracted? You know? You just put your phone in another room at night when you go to sleep. I mean, I don't. Sometimes I do. I used to. So if we can cross off validation, if you can do that, I don't know if you can. It's tough. If you can cross off the need to want somebody else to say, "Hey, you're good enough," then what's left? And that's you saying you're good enough to yourself, and that feels weird. Feels weird. Can be uncomfortable. It's the cheat code, though. And then what does that mean? That means, oh, wait, oh, you are a songwriter. Oh, you are a composer. Oh, you are a content creator. Dun, dun, dun. There's a trigger word. Influencer, content creator. Unfortunately, people spend more time, as we just talked about, on their screens and even in real life these days. The real life is the thing you do in between being on your screen. And that's creepy and scary to me. But it's true. And that's huge potential for you. It's huge real estate for you. You can occupy someone else's mind the same way I'm occupying your mind right now. Apologies for getting weird, but you can do this too. With your music, with your ideas, with your content. I bet Ty Grill has crazy stories. I bet Ty Grill has like cool ideas, like experiences that could help a lot of people. You said you wanted to be known for the like bringing emotion to people. You know, that's not just necessarily through your music, bro. Like you got a lot of life experience, man. Yeah, people don't care about you. People don't care about me. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, don't leave here without telling those. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Like when I started making music, I thought people would care. I thought my friends would care. Like that's kind of upsetting, actually. It's like I'm posting all this stuff, like all the reels and stuff that you got, well, all the shorts that you guys see on the channel. Like, I'm posting those as reels on Instagram also. And like they're not getting any reach. My friends are watching them like creepily and then not saying anything, you know. And it's like, what? And like that's the disparity between like who you were and then who you're trying to actually be, right? So like um and that's the other trick, right? Like the person you are right now cannot make music. You cannot get songs done. That's a thought that is worth thinking about. Like you can't fix that person right now. Like you just don't have the tools. You don't have the tools in your toolbox. And this is the whole premise of my book, Something is Wrong with You. And you can get to that by going to the Jakey Wakey channel. I'm pretty sure the link is in the show notes. But you don't have the toolbox to get to songwriter, to composer. And that's what I'm trying to do the songwriting version of this. Ty Grill, you've actually seen that book, read the book, so any feedback you got here? Yeah, famous quotes. Uh, so that is what you want, right? So we're gonna solve all of these questions here. So you want to get your music slash ideas out there. Don't know who you are. You are. Yeah. Well, the exercises are the part that are tricky. I told you, and when I did them, like I broke down crying, doing my own exercise in my own book. You know. So you don't know who you are. Let's go with that. Let's say, or maybe you do know who you are, but let's go with who you are isn't working. Let's just go with that. Who you are right now is not working. So who do you have to be? Who do you have to be to make it work? Yeah. Who do you have to be to make it work? And the simple version of this is like, you just have to become a songwriter. You have to be able to say, I'm a songwriter. And like, this is the slash content creator even. Because I think for you to be a songwriter and for anyone to know that you're a songwriter, you're going to have to make content around making music. And I know this is like probably not what you want to hear. But if you're a songwriter, and you write songs, then people have to see you doing it. Like, you have to kind of get meta with all of this. Um, they have to either see you doing it or like you have to put it to something. Like you have to make content around it. So like I was saying for Ty Grill, if you don't want to be on camera, make your song with a cool video. Like put your music to a cool video. It could be somebody else's video, someone else's movie. Assuming you don't get copyright content ID'd or copyright infringement. But you know, something like that. Like, and then in today's day and age, the ability to make your own videos is cool. Like I have some really short AI music videos that I made on my other channel, on the Jakey Wakey channel, for some of the songs I put out a few months ago. And that was very tedious to do back then because I was just like making very short clips out of AI images, short video clips, trying to make it look like a story and posting that as a music video. But the technology is coming where we can just type in, hey, make a movie about whatever, or a 3-minute film about whatever, and then now you can score that. Or make a song about it, or a music video, or it can be the background for your music video. Yeah. I don't know how genius it is. It's just, from my point of view, it's just all of this is just asking yourself questions. You're not asking yourself the right questions. You're asking yourself, why can't I get my song done? Why can't I finish a song? And they're all you get all of this. You just get excuses. So you need to say, you just have to ask yourself better questions, guys. Like Tigro, you're a step ahead of you're close. Like, you know what I mean? You're on the precipice here. But like you're still struggling with this. All right. So who do you have to be to make it work? So you have to be that songwriter, composer. And there's solutions for this, right? It's AI generated video, right? Just film yourself doing the process like I do. That's an option. It doesn't have to be this nice and fancy. I get it. Like I got a fancy studio set up after 20 years of busting my ass, you know. But it's not that fancy, honestly. It's just a room with a purple light in it. You want to be an artist, right? So, if you want to be an artist, like you don't even have to be. There's so many of these steps that are not necessary that you're taking on for yourself. Like you forget. Britney Spears doesn't write her own songs. I know I'm using her as a reference. I don't, Katy Perry doesn't write all of her own songs. You know, so it's not necessary that you even write your music, and that's where like the mind F comes in. Like maybe you're just adding steps. Like I'm doing the same thing. Like I'm mixing my stuff and I'm looking at myself mixing my stuff and I'm so mad. Like I spent how many hours, how many days was I mixing? I could have been writing more songs. If I want to be known as an artist, I don't have to mix my own music, dude. I don't even have to write it even, but I mean, I want to, right? That's important to me to get my message, my story out. It was a minute. Yeah, I felt it was probably close to 5 days. Yeah, it was a bit longer than I usually take. I could have just sent that off to somebody for like $50 and they would have mixed it. I could get 5 days back and write on 2 more songs. By the way, what he's talking about is the playlist, I think, is in the description of this video for the last song. And I temporarily called it Trust Fall, but now we have a proper title. Is Ask Me. Oh my gosh, Ask Me. And the title was discovered by my wife, and I give her full cred for that. She's like, why are your titles so long? Like, I was like, it's this or this, and she's like, those are both way too long. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna go in. What do y'all think if I can take all these ideas that we're talking about right here and consolidate them? That's the idea, is to put them into a presentation. Hopefully that will make more sense to you guys. Maybe I can actually help people. So this is, I got why listen to me. Let's see what the next tab is. Let's see, I'm putting this together in Canva. Use a photo. What? I don't even know what this is. Why listen to me? You are already skilled. Real life obstacles. And you will not like this. We kind of skipped that. Okay. Oh. I'm in Canva. You don't see Canva. Boop. What's all the parts? So what we're talking about, not a popular topic for music production channels. Mindset. Because 2 things are going to happen, right? I subscribe to fake it till you make it, but not in the same way that most people do. Because fake it till you make it can come across as pretty cringe. Apologies for the guy driving by trying to sell he's trying to sell mangoes or something. Yeah. Also, if you're new to this channel and you want to watch like regular music production stuff, there's videos on the channel. This is not that. Somebody popped in and popped out. Like an error I had. I thought I wanted to be a beat maker when I was like, how do I make money online making music? And I thought, oh, I'll be a beat maker, right? Beat makers sell beats. And but I don't want to be a beat maker. I want to be a musician. I want to be an artist, composer sometimes. And I don't. So we're chasing the money, right? We're chasing money and validation. One thing we can get from ourselves, and one thing we get from making our art, putting our stuff out there to sell, making some sort of service, offer, product. It's like once you know you're an artist, once you know you're a songwriter, artist. I'm gonna keep going with artist. You know you're an artist. And what does that mean to you? What does that mean? You need to make dollars, right? Dollars. And if you don't have a following yet, then you need to get a following. If you don't have, which means you need to learn how to make content, which means now you are in the realm of online business. This is where people get stuck, right? Because there's just so many more things. It's so much more than you think it is. Now you're creating an online business that you didn't know you had to make because you just wanted to make music. I think I can simplify some of this for some of you guys. I know it sounds complicated, but it is. And all I'm meaning is like there's a trend now. Like even Kanye selling album online. Okay, so how do you do that? Direct. Direct. So if you could sell, so let's see here, in Tygrail's version, he wants to um, sell soundtracks. I don't know. Soundtracks. Yeah, but merchandise, is that something you guys want to do? I mean, if you want to, you can. I mean, it's pretty easy to set up. Like, you want to sell t-shirts, just go to Teespring or something like that and just make that. But I don't think that's what you guys want to do, right? You want to make money from your music, from being an artist. And yeah, t-shirts could be part of it, I guess. We'll just do spread shop. Sell soundtracks direct to filmmakers slash music supervisors. What if you could skip all that? Kanye selling an album online direct, you can do that too. The easiest way to do this right now is Bandcamp, but there's even more fancy ways, and I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sell an album or worth of my music in. I'm thinking about going back and remixing my stuff that I have so far in Spatial and selling it separate instead of having to pay $27 to Spotify to upload a Spatial mix and it's not getting any extra reach. I'm gonna sell the Spatial mixes separate. That's what I'm thinking. And also sell like high quality files. Because we know live streaming is the quality, even the high quality is kind of trash. So we're going to be like Kanye. We're going to be like Kanye. Doesn't everybody want to be like Kanye anyway? Uh, so we're going to sell direct. So if you want to do this now, you can do it on Bandcamp. Okay, so put your music on Bandcamp. Custom site. That's the opposite of it. You can combine these. What if you made Tigreal? What if you make a library for YouTubers to use or independent filmmakers? Make a library of music you can license and sell it direct. So now it's about finishing. Mm-hmm. So now we're in the money mode. Sample packs. I guess. I don't know. I don't think it's really smart to sell sample packs. I mean, it is smart, but it's not smart to use them. uh, from a guy who uses splice loops. The problem is you don't know where they got the audio. And it's the same problem with using AI. You don't know where the audio is coming from. If you sold pre-cleared sample packs with original samples, like original samples, you can sell these for higher dollars. You can verify it. An easy way would be to actually do this whole process live, which I did one time when I made sloppy guitars. And that was way harder than I thought. And not, honestly, it's not that great of a sample pack, but it does exist and it is something you could do. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to put all this together. Put all this together and make a proper presentation out of this. And this custom sites, I think I have a solution for this. That doesn't, you can actually do for free. I have a solution for this. I have a solution for maybe you need help with your content workflow. You need help with that, right? Y'all aren't putting out content. I keep looking. Randy Swag got video from 6 years ago. You're probably much better also. 6 years gone by. Templates. I think it would be cool. I think it would be cool to score like shows that you like. Like, what would it sound like? But like, you have to do it in a different style. That's the only thing to make it interesting. It's the why would you care workflow. Why does anybody care? Nobody cares, right? So the only reason that we can get people to care, I think, is if the reason you guys care is because I'm helping you, I'm educating you, right? But like entertainment wise, is another way to get people to care. So if you can put something entertaining out. Okay. Like right now, where are you at? Randy Swag, if you put content out about Drake and Kendrick Lamar, you would get eyeballs, bro. So there's some way you can you could make a beat, you could redo the beat, because the beat's kind of whack, right? Kendrick Lamar's drop or whatever. Redo the beat of their songs. Or the whole rap battle. Reproduce the rap battle. And have a hot take on top of it. Do you have a different channel that you put beats out on, or is it this one? Because I see like 5 videos. Swag. Okay. I know we talked about good enough. Not being good enough. Like, technically, you're good enough, right? But something isn't there in the quality. Quality. I still recommend Upload your beat to Museo. Did you try that yet? And see what quality it says it is. I got this hack from MG the Future. Here. Upload your beat right here. It'll ask you to put your email in and see what quality it says. If it's not high quality, it's not good enough. Like in real life. Because this AI uses music, was bought by SoundCloud. And so SoundCloud uses this technology to sort what beats and songs go up. But I dare you to put your music in here. Anybody watching, put your music in here. If you don't get high quality back, there's a gap in your production process. Not necessarily your like playing skills, not necessarily your talent, but there's just a gap in what it needs to sound like sonically. And this is why I do think mixing is important. At the same time, it's not important, but like it's, you can have somebody else mix it. You can even have somebody mix your beats. Ooh. Oh, hey, Joe. So was that all of the videos you had on your beat selling channel, or do you have another channel? Because if I was an artist listening to this beat, I would think there's no room for my vocals. Pianos is out of control. I mean, it sounds good. It doesn't sound bad. It's just there's too much. It's too loud, too much. Busy. And then also, have you produced for an artist? That's something else you can do. That's another way to make money, right? Produce. Produce / write for another artist. I don't know. Y'all guys must be like way behind. Can y'all like 2x and catch up? So not good enough. Not good enough. Let's go back to that. There's that. Maybe you aren't good enough. That's. I feel like you're not good enough. But let's put quality separate. Quality not good enough. That's different. You're good enough to play the beat. You're good enough to make the song. Quality. So how many do you have another? How did you try to sell beats? Did you like one-on-one Instagram? Was that like another angle? Or is that it? Uh, quality not good. Here's what. Okay, y'all can get that though. I think This is where taste comes in. Taste. I don't know if taste is the right word. It's just like a few technical mixing skills. And then like being able to hear and be objective yourself. And that's tricky. But this is where you can subcontract this out. The quality. You can subcontract the mix out. And just get maybe ask for feedback from the mixer. Or get mixed feedback. Mixed feedback. Mixed feedback. I ask. Outsource mixing. Because I think it really is important. I mean, that is the reason I went to school, right? That's why I went to audio engineering school. It is important on some level. That's not the main thing. But I would recommend getting it to where Museo thinks your quality is just high quality. And it shouldn't matter. And what I'm saying sounds really stupid. I get it. But like if you just dump one of your tracks in here, Randy, and see what it says. And it'll probably come back medium quality. Yeah. Okay, so man. So like, do you want to know why it didn't work? Or like, because I mean, I tried it too, right? So I made a BeatStar site. I put out a bunch of whack beats, um, and made stuff that I thought sounded cool, and made a bunch of videos on YouTube with for each song whatever type beat that nobody saw. But I guarantee you, 9 out of 10 of them would come up medium quality here. And who wants to buy a medium quality beat? If you're buying a beat, you want to buy a good beat. And two, there's not that many people buying beats. Y'all know that, right? People work with people. People write songs with people. That's like people feed off of. It's feed off people. That's a little harsh, but like creative energy flows, right? Like I can't make this stream. This stream cannot happen without you guys. And so it takes like an interactive process. Like creativity by itself requires two or more things to be combined. And when you have other people helping you with those things, it makes a big difference. So like if you are producing a song and you had an artist that you were working with, then I guarantee you that the output would be much better than just making a beat in your bedroom with FL that you think sounds cool. A team. Why do you think you need a team? A team would be helpful. Like I'm getting to that point where if I had a guy to mix my songs, like the same guy, you know, and I had a guy to help me with my content, video editing, like if I had a video editor, like I could put out so much more stuff because that is such a time suck. And I kind of hacked that by doing lives this month, just doing live streams all month. But like I've let my other channel fall. My other channel fell. Team. I think you need a team. I'm going to put this in excuses. I'm not saying it wouldn't help. But like, I made 10 beats, put them on BeatStars. I should be making records now. I should get a placement now. You know what I mean? Like, why would I think that? Yeah, the shorts are helping. I've been posting a lot of shorts. I use a tool instead of a team that is paid, but you can edit shorts yourself too out of your own. I could literally watch this video back, and if I said something decent, then just go on my phone and then edit into a short inside of YouTube. And then voila, we're here. Like we made content, we made a short. And then my channel will grow more because people will subscribe or look at the long form. You're in America, right? Like in America, y'all, we think that working hard is like doing a thing or making a thing for 8 hours a day. I'm in Thailand, bro. These guys make $10 a day and they work 10 to 12 hours and they have like one lunch break. That's like the pay, standard pay rate. But like, are you? Then it's like, oh shit, I'm not really working. Like, that's why my wife like gets mad at me. She's like, why aren't you working? You know, why aren't you making stuff? Like, if I have this talent, this level of talent is like not high, right? It's just I'm like a mediocre songwriter, mediocre, maybe slightly above average. I don't know. Tigreal might say I'm amazing, but like I'm not the best, and I'm sitting on it to a degree. Been sitting on it. I know I can make all kind of cool stuff, right? And this comes back to the why, I think. But if I put in the amount of work making content that these guys do, like there's no way I could fail. And I think the same is true for you guys. Like if you put in 10 hours a day making music and content around the music, like it will be, you'll be undeniable. Like if I had 100 songs out on Spotify, even if they all were only getting like, 10 listens to start with, eventually they'll get webbed together, you know, and something will happen. Something will take off. Some short or clip or TikTok or something will just go, you know. So are you working 10 hours a day on your music? Do you need to know? But I'm just saying, like, relatively speaking, we're not working hard enough on. If we want to be artists, songwriter, composer, are you really? Is that who you are? Can you say that? And then what does that look like? How many hours a week could you work on this stuff if you were really one? No validation. But Tigreal, are you getting closer to being able to self-validate? Like, the idea that like your stuff is good and like you're leaving it for your kids or for your family members or for the future generation. Can you self-validate? Everybody's content workflow is going to be different, I think. This is where I think it gets weird. Like when you see a YouTuber copy another YouTuber, then it looks like fake, right? Or it looks like uh so like people have to have like what works for them and like an original workflow. But at the same time, there's like frameworks. So you need a framework and slash bridge T. Okay. But doesn't that help with the validation? If you upload a track and now you know it's good, why don't you know it's good? My head's hurting a little. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. What are you doing different back then that you aren't doing now? I know you have a life situation that's different, right? But are you doing something different in music production? Maybe you're right. Maybe you don't have time. I mean, weird bugs here, man. Mm-hmm. If you have money coming in, Tyro, like if you can get the foundation for your song and just send it off to somebody to mix it, I think that would get you there. I mean, that would get there. Probably most people there. But everybody wants to mix their own stuff. That's why all these channels, I think, are kind of they're targeting this. You think you need to know how to mix to get your song done, get it out there, for it to be good enough. And you're kind of right. Except you don't have to know how to mix. You just need to send it to somebody who does. Like Tigrail, if you send me a track that you're done with the composition, I can get it. I could get it there. I could teach you. I could teach you. Maybe that's something I need to do. Will you send me that? Send me a track. I get it to high quality. And then I can tell you what I did. I can show you what I did to get it there. And then you'll be able to do it. This video is kind of all over the place. So if you're just joining and you're looking for how to get your songs done, there's a couple of videos on the channel just to get you unstuck. And then if you want to watch me create songs in real time, there's two playlists, one for a posty style song and one for a alt rock song. In the I don't know if they're in the description, but they're definitely on the channel. And the stream, I'm gonna probably wrap this. Well, I don't want to say, but I'm probably gonna wrap this up soon. But so if you're watching, please, and you want to ask a question where you're getting stuck, or let me know where you're getting stuck, please put it in the chat. I'm gonna run one more time to Little Boy's Room, and I'll play this song again. Ah, very high quality. Ah, yeah, you definitely need to send me that one. I guess what I'm getting at, and I'm working on this all myself also, is that it looks like we need a way to sell our music directly for different purposes, right? And then you've tried BeatStars, but you don't have that much content. You don't have that much content, and then your beats are not for people that write songs, from what I gathered, because there's too much going on in your beats. The ones that I heard, I know that like maybe that's harsh, and you weren't asking for that feedback. But I think if you work with an artist one-on-one, you'll learn so much about what makes the song that the next beat you make will be so much better. So what did we see? We seen medium. We can assume there's a low quality, a medium quality, a high quality, and a very high quality. I don't even think I have a very high quality. I'm curious now. Drop my song in there, see what it says. It probably dropped from high quality. Let's see here. Songs document. Where the hell is it? Oh, here. I don't know. I don't really like this mix. What do you think of the mix? The new one. I kind of don't like it. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Too late. All right, we're gonna see what it says. Oh, look at that. I got very high quality. What? Oh my gosh. Boom. All right. There you go. It's a hit. Uh, rock, alternative rock, elements of hip hop, bold, powerful, angry, exciting. Vocal, sounds like male. High, low, high quality, in a All right. I was not expecting that. Honestly, I was like afraid it would be just high. All right. Well, that's bonus. It's weird. I can't figure out the instruments. Like bass, vocal. Hey. Yeah, my vocals are too loud. I think I struggle with that so much. It's like, do I do TikTok loud or do I do like what the kind of music I like is like buried vocals, you know, just one of those. All right, let's just go over this, see what we have so far. So in case you're not understanding what's happening right now, I'm creating all of this so that I can address all of this on my channel and make videos about all this, and maybe one big video. I'm definitely gonna make videos about this stuff. So is there anything else you want me to make a video about? It's a lot of moving pieces. I think overwhelmed. Overwhelmed happens. And I think this is why Randy Swag said he needs a team. This happens. There's too many things. Or you don't have a system. You have to have a system for each one of these things. Speaking of system, I do have a 7-step songwriting checklist. Link is in the show notes. And you can download that for free if you want. And that should help with your beat making too. I mean, there's some steps missing, obviously, but if you were working with a songwriter, you could use those steps. Song structure. Okay. I have a video on song structure. It's unlisted because YouTube didn't like it. I can make another one. But song structure, I can probably put that in the list of excuses also. Because song structure doesn't matter. Most common song structure is these days it's just verse chorus. We're in the TikTok era. Verse chorus, verse chorus. Done. Song over. But every song section that you can think of, I'll make a video. I guess I'll make a video about it. I don't want to. Like, it's still an excuse. But I can talk about all these things, right? Just everything that you could think of that could possibly go into a song. Intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, post-chorus, verse, same stuff. And then you have like bridge, slash, interlude, slash, middle 8, and then ending. That's it. Here's my song structure video. Put these in a song. It doesn't matter. Yeah, TikTok songs are verse chorus. Yeah. Sometimes, an even trickier, a sneakier song structure for TikTok is start with the chorus, then do verse, or like a post, like if you have like a pre-chorus or post-chorus, like start, like make it a loop so that the end of your song is looping into the beginning. So we have like a post-chorus, start with the post-chorus, and then do a verse, da 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 da, aim with the chorus, but don't do the post chorus the last time, and then it will loop. But none of these matter. In the last song, I never write songs with pre-choruses and post-choruses, and I did that in the last song. But it was because I don't know why. It didn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. That's I was writing using the song brief, and I had ideas I wanted to get in there. Yeah, that's why you hold yourself back, right? This all comes back to being not good enough, right? Self-sabotage. Why do you think you are not good enough? Because there's, I don't know what's going up. Because we've proven there are worse songwriters out there than all of us. There are worse beat makers out there, than all of us making music, making money from music. And solve for this problem. I think we might be getting into like regret territory, guilt, guilt, regrets. What's the other word? Uh, guilt, regret. What is the word I'm looking for? Doesn't matter. This kind of territory. And so the solution for all this kind of stuff is letting go. Can you let go? Can you let go of who you think you are? All this stuff. This is why I say skip this. It's hard. You need a therapist, right? Skip all this crap. Make an avatar. This is why I do this in the book. Just skip all of it. Skip all the self-help stuff. Create an avatar. Just show up as the fake version of yourself. But fill in the gaps for what that is. So in the book, there's like a form you can fill out. There's some questions to answer. Fill it all out. Create an avatar. Beyonce has Sasha Fierce. What is your version of Sasha Fierce? I mean, it's obviously not the same, right? But it's something, right? Create an avatar for yourself. Have that avatar do all of this. You can skip having to fix your old self for now. Let your new avatar be validated. Like, my new avatar can make music. My new avatar knows how to make music. My new avatar knows how to score. My new avatar can make music to this video. My new avatar can make videos. My new avatar can have songs on Bandcamp, Spotify. My new avatar can figure it out. Because all the stuff that's led you up to here is broken. All right. Yeah. It's messed up. Society has messed you up. Because otherwise we'd all be successful already. We'd all have it figured out. We don't, and we're stuck, and we're looping. We're looping on all this crap, all these excuses, all this, whatever this crap is. Right? Just have to, we can't get over it. We just pretend we're someone else. Like you said, fake it till you make it. But like, Create that ideal avatar that knows how to respond to all this stuff when it comes up. Like, what would your ideal self get overwhelmed? No, bro. Would your ideal self feels like they need a team? No. Would your ideal self need to know how to mix? Maybe. Maybe not. Would your ideal self need another guitar? Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Would your ideal self need to learn more music theory? Probably not. Everybody already knows it. That knows enough. You wouldn't overthink. Would your ideal self be on their phone all the time? Would your ideal self be worrying about a computer making music? Would your ideal self be comparing yourself to other people? Probably not, because you'd probably already be the shiz. So go over to the Jakey Wakey channel if you want to fix this. Go over to the Jakey Wakey channel, watch a video, get the book, fill out the avatar form. And create an artist avatar. And how they would respond to these challenges and this bullshit here, all of this excuses. How would your ideal self handle it? And then anytime you want to start working, you go into work and you say, what would my avatar do? What would my ideal self do? Name your avatar. What would Sasha Fierce do? What would Jakey Wakey do? What would whatever do? And that's it. That's all the sauce. That's everything. Watch another video on the channel if you got time, or go work on yourself. Head over to the Jakey Wakey channel, subscribe to that one, and get to work.